Welcome to The American Dream, a show that started right here in San Diego, America's finest city, that now spans positive media all across the country, real stories in real neighborhoods. Hi, I'm your host, Craig Sewing, and here's The American Dream. Welcome to The American Dream, a real show, not a reality show. The real estate, the lifestyle, the culture.
It's not just about what you're living in, but the community you're going to live in.
High-rise luxury living.
People are the vehicle, people are the connection, people are the expansion.
Helping folks just like you find your dream home.
It just never disappoints.
Real stories in real neighborhoods with real experts. The opportunity to achieve our biggest goals and aspirations.
Here's the American Dream.
Hi, I'm Tina Marie, and we're in Downers Grove, Illinois. I'm your lifestyle and real estate expert, and I'd love to introduce you to this little town in the western suburbs. We're 30 miles outside of Chicago with a train that can get you there in less than 20 minutes. We have great schools and low taxes and 140 acres of parks, and we're going to visit one of them today. This is Fischel Park in downtown Downers Grove, where the city hosts free concerts every Tuesday night in the summer. Tonight is the first concert, and with me, I have Chris Gilmartin, council person for Downers Grove, and he's going to talk to us about what he loves about Downers Grove.
I think first and foremost, when I came to Downers Grove, what I loved was so many of the conveniences, so close to the train, able to get to the highways and the airport so quickly. What I quickly realized and what our family realized was what an amazing community this is, and we sort of consider Downers Grove our found family.
Great. So Chris, can you tell me anything about the future of Downers Grove?
Absolutely. I think one of the greatest things about our town is our downtown area. We've spent a ton of investment, attracted a ton of business, and if you've been down here in the last 3 years, you've seen how amazing downtown Downers Grove has been. And we have plans for more areas around town to add those growths. Our city council is working hard to attract new businesses, to bring in both residents and also people from outside of town to make this town even more and more vibrant. Vibrancy is what we're looking for. We've created that with the downtown area, and now we're looking to expand that to other areas of Downers Grove.
That's fantastic. Love to hear about our town growing and becoming already greater than it is. And now I'm really excited to introduce you to Todd Davies. He's the owner of not one, but two great restaurants in downtown Downers Grove. We are lucky enough to be in Foxtail right now, one of Todd's restaurants. Todd, can you tell me why you opened two restaurants in Downers Grove?
Absolutely. The people here are the best. High-powered execs sitting next to guys that are retired, sitting next to that, kind of sitting with the guys that are just starting their careers, and you've got a great mix of people that really kind of embrace their town and embrace being local and kind of lift and carry everyone.
I'd have to agree. The town is such a melting pot of all kinds of wonderful people. So tell me one of your favorite things about this restaurant.
When I came to this, I was like, this is what we deserve. We deserve a city feel. We deserve city quality food. We deserve that in a half a mile from our house. So that was kind of the thought process, yeah.
Agreed.
And then Foxtail, we opened 2 years later. So we opened about 2 weeks before the COVID shutdown.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah,
yes.
It's a little while.
Yeah. And you stayed successful through COVID with home delivery and pickup and all kinds of outdoor, takeout cocktails?
You name it.
We got
everything we could possibly. So coming back to the town and validating my first statement was, the people are amazing. So all they wanted to do was support us.
Tell me what you have over here.
Oh, sure. This guy is the Santeria. So it is a tequila base. It's kind of a spin on a marg, but then it's got like a rose hip and sugar rims. So it's really, really fun.
Wow. What's it called again?
That one's called the Santeria.
Santeria?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Good.
And then this one is like kind of an ode to our Mediterranean influences at Foxtail, and it's shot through the heart. A little honey, a little lavender, a little fresh thyme, bourbon, lemon juice. It just is again, a spin on a classic cocktail that we put our own little stamp on that really kind of makes it fun. Yeah.
So thanks for joining me, Tina Marie, on this episode of The American Dream, where we've been visiting downtown Downers Grove. I'll see you on the next episode. Thanks, Todd.
Absolutely, my pleasure, Tina Marie. Thanks, guys.
60010. Do you know what those numbers mean? They're the zip code for the Barrington suburbs, located about 40 miles northwest of the Chicago area. Hi everyone, my name is Maria Devins with Baird & Warner Real Estate, and I'll be your host today with American Dream TV. Today we're going to be looking at two of the suburbs, Barrington Village and Barrington Hills. Barrington Village is known for its charming historic homes, wonderful local shops, and that all-around hometown feeling. I've got a sweet treat for you in mind today. We're going to be visiting Doreen Thomas, the owner of the Sweet Spot, a candy store that has every candy you can possibly think of. Come on and let's go check it out. Today I'm here at the Sweet Spot with owner Doreen Thomas. Doreen has this adorable candy store here, but it's so much more than that. I am so excited to be here. Thank you for having us.
My pleasure, thank you.
I am seeing things that I haven't seen since I was a little girl, so it's really kind of like going down memory lane.
Exactly.
I love it. What made you decide to open up the store from the very beginning?
I was a stay-at-home mom after working for an orthodontist for 18 years.
Wow.
And my father never let me eat candy, but...
And you ended up opening a candy store.
But yeah, I was involved with the PTO and everything with the kids and room mom and all that, so when they were all grown up, they didn't need me anymore. I was like, I wanted to do something for the kids because there was nothing for them to do around here. So I thought about the candy store. And then it just grew from there. I mean, we first got the Italian ice, now we have soft serve and Homer's ice cream, and we do malts, milkshakes, root beer floats. We have a whole aisle for memory lane. It's all the nostalgic candies.
Yeah.
If we don't have it, we can get it if it exists.
Well, I want to thank you so much. This has been truly a sweet treat for me. I've gone down memory lane over here and gotten a lot of, seen a lot of the favorite candies that I had as a little girl. And in fact, before I say thank you, I'm going to be picking up a red bucket here and I'm going to be throwing some things in for my own sweet treats today. Thank you so much again for being here.
You're welcome.
I
My
appreciate
pleasure.
it. Thank you. Speaking of sweet treats, we're on our way to go see a beautiful, gorgeous home in the Barrington Hills area. Follow me, let's go. Here we are in the second spot I wanted to show you today, Barrington Hills. Barrington Hills is known for its gorgeous, huge homes, lush landscaping, great acreage, even some of them horse properties. This particular house I'm going to show you today depicts all of that. Let's go take a look. Today I'm going to show you this beautiful home, and it really depicts everything that Barrington Hills is about. We've got grand foyers, wonderful Juliet staircases, formal dining rooms, formal sitting rooms, great rooms, massive kitchens, pools. Let's go take a look. So this wraps it up at poolside of this gorgeous home here in Barrington Hills. Whether you're in Barrington Village or Barrington Hills, either one is a great spot to call home. My name is Maria Devins with Baird & Warner Real Estate, and I'm your host with American Dream TV. I want to thank everybody for joining me today, and until then, stay well. Cheers.
Welcome to the very first episode of American Dream TV's Selling Chicago. I am your host and lifestyle expert, Michael Scanlon. We are here in the beautiful Wrigleyville area on the north side of Chicago, home to baseball, music, and a whole bunch of awesome bars and restaurants. There's also a lot of really cool history here, and I can't wait to show you. So let's go for a walk. You know, I think people are really attracted to this area because of the sheer amount of bars and restaurants that we have here on Clark Street, but also just a little bit further east on Halsted and Broadway. And not only that, you wouldn't believe it from where we're standing, but we're only a mile away from Lake Michigan, just to the east, which is the third largest lake in North America. And believe me, us Chicagoans treat it like the beach despite not having the waves when we're here in the summer. And we're only about a 15-minute drive to downtown Chicago. It's a pretty great area. We are here at Al's Beef. Al's is pretty iconic here in Chicago, and in true Chicago fashion, Al's was founded by the son of an Italian immigrant and, believe it or not, was founded to be a cover for bookies. However, their beef was so good, and still is to this day, that they were able to buy out the bookies, and the rest is history. But honestly, I'm just pretty hungry, so why don't we go grab some food? It is so good. Best beef in Chicago. So this area is very rich in history. Most of this area was built around 1914, same time as Wrigley Field, but there's been a lot of changes over the last 15 years. This has gone from being one of the most affordable areas of Chicago to one of the priciest and most desirable areas of Chicago. What's super interesting about Chicago versus a lot of other areas of the country is just the sheer amount of multifamily property that we've got all up and down here on Newport and a lot of other areas of Chicago. But what's interesting is you can't necessarily tell. The building right behind me, it's a single family which sold for $1.935 just a couple months ago. We are here at a brand new 3-unit listing of ours. 8-bed, 6-bath, gut rehabbed in 2016. Gonna be listing it at 1.7. Fun fact, this is one of my favorite listings because I actually used to live here. Let's go on and take a look. So as you can see, this listing is pretty awesome. Obviously I'm biased because I used to live here, but you've got hardwood floors throughout. You've got all modern finishes. This building was literally gutted down to the brick exterior walls in 2016. All new HVAC, ductwork, drywall, everything. You've got a modern kitchen, modern bathrooms, and literally everything you could possibly ask for around you. You've got the bars and restaurants on Clark, Halsted. You've got the nightlife. You've got everything that goes with living near a stadium, the concerts, the games, and then again, easy access to the lake, to downtown. You got a beautiful tree-lined street. You could not ask for a better location or a better property. Thank you for joining me today on this episode of Selling Chicago. I hope you've enjoyed our beautiful listing and that you will stop by Al's Beef on your next time through Chicago. We will see you next time on American Dream TV.
Waiting for sunshine.
Hello, I'm here in Arlington Heights, a northwest suburb of Chicago, one of the best. It is one of the local communities that has a huge community support, and it's also going to be home of the future Chicago Bears. My name is Laura Cartwright, and today I will be your host on American Dream TV. We are here in downtown Arlington Heights. We have a very special guest. We have Mayor Hayes with us today, and we're going to be asking him some questions about the Chicago Bears making their new home down here in Arlington Heights. What kind of implications is this going to put on the taxpayers for the community?
That's a good question, Laura, and one that we get frequently. And I always tell everybody that it's really too early to tell because we've only got preliminary plans from the Bears right now. But I've always said that in order to do this, to bring the Bears here and build a stadium, it has to be a win-win for both the Bears and for the residents and citizens of Arlington Heights.
And when do they plan on starting this expansion? Do you know when the plans are?
There's a long, long way to go. They're still now working with the state legislature in Springfield, which just unfortunately recessed for the summer. And so nothing will happen until the fall. And so we're hoping to continue the ball rolling with the Bears over the summer and get more detailed plans that we can work on over that time period.
And they're basically planning on it being another like entertainment district, kind of like what's around Wrigley. Is that what I'm understanding?
Right, dining, entertainment, some other things, some performance venue, some very exciting things, some residential, not a big residential component, but it will be its own neighborhood in effect.
And do you feel from a real estate perspective, do you think that home values will rise in this area just simply because the stadium is located here?
I do think so, and not just because the stadium will be there, but just because of the redevelopment. So I do anticipate that property values will certainly rise once this development is complete, which may not be for about 10 years from now.
Oh, 10 years. Okay, I was thinking of like 5-6 years, so I was kind of wondering what that was going to look like. So
yeah, you're really looking at the construction of the stadium and a football game and completion of the whole development.
So what do you think, what would you say to like the locals that do have concerns about the noise or the taxes or certain things like that? What do you feel are like the biggest benefits to having the Bears come to Arlington Heights?
Well, I do think that we're going to see substantially more revenue from this redevelopment than we saw from the Arlington Park racetrack. We only got about $1 million a year from the racetrack, which seems like a lot, but in the scope of a $205 million budget, it's really a small percentage.
Thank you so much. I so appreciate this, and I know people are very excited about the Bears coming here. And I wish it was sooner than 10 years, but that's okay. But I do have a little something for you as well. And I felt like it was only appropriate if it was Chicago Bears related.
Oh, perfect.
A little something for you.
Perfect, thanks Laura, I appreciate it. Oh, very, very nice.
Bear down. So this, I'm hoping, will be worn on all Bears games. And then when the Bears do come here, even 10 years from now, maybe you'll be like, I'm gonna get that girl season tickets.
Well,
I'm kidding.
I can't guarantee you that, but thank you so much, Laura.
Totally kidding.
This is a great a gift and memento.
Thank you so much, and we're so excited, and everything that you've done with the Arlington Heights community is amazing, which is why I wanted to showcase it and let everybody see how wonderful it is to live here and why I love to sell here, work here, be here. Everybody, thank you to Mayor Hayes. This was amazing, and I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about Arlington Heights.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us today at Arlington Al Fresco and for meeting Mayor Hayes. Cheers, and I'll see you next time.
Paige Stewart, host of American Dream TV. Today we are steps from downtown Hinsdale, and I'm going to take you on a tour of a refined home at 411 South Washington Street. Come along. This stunning property boasts a perfect blend of modern and traditional architecture. This brand new custom built home is so special because it has detailing throughout that makes it feel as though it's been here for over 100 years. Features like the wide white plank oak flooring, the shiplap walls, and the beautiful custom builts that you find throughout are just some of the special features that you will find at this property. Check out this O'Brien and Harris kitchen. It is truly one of a kind with custom cabinetry, awesome range, exposed upper cabinets, and a quartzite island that waterfalls. This whole home is like a piece of art. The kitchen graciously opens up to the family room, which is flanked by a beautiful limestone fireplace and has access to a lovely bluestone patio, perfect for al fresco entertaining and dining. The attention to detail extends out to every inch of this property. With the outdoor kitchen, fire pit, paver driveway, and gated entry, it is all the amenities in a refined space. Speaking of refined spaces, let's go check out Birdie's in downtown Hinsdale. Conveniently located at 24 West Hinsdale Avenue, Birdie's is the spot for luxury men's refined goods, sure to stand the test of time. Let's go inside and talk to Susie and learn a little bit more about this boutique. Hi, Susie.
Hi, Paige. How are you?
Great. Thank you so much for having us today.
Of course.
So I love Birdie's, and I know it is the spot for men's luxury clothing, but I want to tell our viewers today a little bit more about the history.
Oh, I would love to. So Birdie's family started this business 55 years ago. His father was a master tailor. His grandfather was a master tailor, so Mr. Birdie brought it over to Walton Street in Chicago, and that's where it all started.
So when you opened, this was, for many, many years, a bike shop.
Yes, it was Mr. Hartley's. He was a staple in Hinsdale for over a century. When Reno saw it, he had a vision right away. Him and Mr. Hartley connected on the same vision, and he was happy to sell the business to Reno.
Yes,
it's a beautiful building.
Absolutely love the ambiance and the way it showcases the clothes. So tell us a little bit more about your clientele. Who comes to Birdie's?
Okay, our clientele, you know, we had the most prestigious athletes to guys going to prom. We welcome everybody, nobody's excluded. I think when someone puts on a fine piece of clothing, they walk out with a lot more confidence. And so I think we already had a great reputation, and we try to live up to that reputation. We have a lot of ready to wear, but then we also do custom. And custom is very special. Everything is made in Italy, it's made in Milan, it's made in Naples, and it's made in Bari, where his family's from.
Very special.
Paige, let me show you something that's very special to Reno. He puts it on all his jackets.
Yes.
It's on every lapel, and it's your classic Italian gesture.
I love it. Susie, thank you so much for having us at Birdie's today, and thank you for sharing their story. And thank you for watching The American Dream.
Hi, I'm Joanne Hudson with Compass Real Estate, and we are here in Winnetka, Illinois, a beautiful village on the North Shore of Chicago, about 16 miles north of the city. Winnetka is about 4 square miles, 12,500 people live here, and it is truly one of the most beautiful suburbs in all of Chicago. We are standing in front of the iconic Home Alone house, which was featured in the movie that was produced by John Hughes in 1990. John Hughes was a big fan of the North Shore of Chicago, and he produced other films that were also made here. 16 Candles, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and Uncle Buck. Our next stop is going to be a beautiful home situated on a bluff above Lake Michigan, right here in Winnetka. Come with me and we'll go take a look. Hi, I'm here with my good friend and neighbor, Scott Ferris, who is the principal of the Lakota Group and Red Spade. And we are here on this absolutely gorgeous property on a bluff above Lake Michigan. This house has been owned by only 2 families. It was built in the 1870s, And this family bought it in 1944, and 3 generations have lived here. They've renovated the house extensively and the lakefront, and we're going to hear Scott's thoughts about the lakefront and the landscape architecture all around the North Shore.
Thank you, Joanne. It's great to be here today, and appreciate the opportunity to always be out in someone's backyard along Lake Michigan's shoreline. As a landscape architect, I've had great opportunity to practice my craft not only as an urban planner, but as a landscape architect in Winnetka. And having been a resident for the last 25 years, you get to know a lot of the history and the ins and outs of the community. And having been involved most recently in the village's comprehensive plan for the next 30 years, we found out how much the lake really means to the community, what a great asset it is. And in many respects, people look at it as a beach town here in the Chicago. In our cold weather of the Midwest, we have one of the best beach communities in the country.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the architecture of this house was modeled after an East Coast beach house.
Exactly.
What do you think are some of the things that really drew you here to Winnetka?
Yeah, Winnetka is a really special place. I think what drew me here as a design professional was the authenticity of the community. It's real. The old buildings, the traditional downtown, the old train station, the character, the walkable streets, the mature tree canopy, beaches. There's history here. And this community spends an inordinate amount of effort preserving and protecting that history for future generations. You really can't buy that in a newer community today. You can create it, and a lot of communities are doing that. But that's something as a design professional, as a resident, I value greatly, and it requires a lot of effort and a lot of time. There's a cost to it, but it's worth it because it's real.
Well, and it's so available to everybody who lives here. We have these wonderful public parks, and everybody can go to the beach. It's just fantastic.
We sometimes overlook that, and in the last number of years, our beaches, now they're being improved, have been a focus of the community. They weren't for a long time. There were a lot of people in town who loved it, played sports, used all the other amenities in this town, but really didn't use their lakefront. And over the last, I would say the last 5 to 10 years, and the pandemic has helped this, it has become an active health and wellness place.
Yeah.
We watch paddle boarders, we have jet skis, we have beach users, we have swimmers. Things that really weren't happening here probably 20 years ago are active again along the lakefront, so it's great.
Scott, thanks so much for joining me today here at this beautiful lakefront setting here in Winnetka, which by definition means beautiful land. And thanks also to American Dream TV for giving us the opportunity to talk with you today.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's show, produced from America's finest city, but shot in the heart of your neighborhoods. Don't forget positive media when the world really needs it. Follow us on social media at The American Dream TV. See you next time. In the meantime, cheers to your American dream.